Okay, the horses are fed, they're all happy, and today is actually my birthday, but being a horse girl, on your birthday, you're stuck riding horses and preparing for the show. So today we're going to be packing the truck, cleaning it out first, packing the truck, riding all the horses and getting them washed and ready for the show tomorrow. It is currently Friday. It is like 7 a.m. and I have a show Saturday, Sunday this week, then I have a couple of days off, and then a show next weekend as well. So I don't know, you guys wanted me to film all this and make a YouTube channel, so here I am. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But you can sit back and relax and watch me do all the hard work, because I don't want you doing the hard work. So let me show you the current situation. We've got full of tack, and I need to clean all my tack too. Full of saddle pads and spare tack. And then full of just like buckets and random poultice, which I was looking for ages, but anyway, it was right there the whole time. And then I need to get the truck out, clean out the horse area. We're not staying over at this show because it's only like an hour away. So with the bloody fee of shows nowadays, it would have cost me like $2,000 to stay for 2 weekends. Or I think it was like $300 for me to just compete. So anyway, that is what we're doing. I'm going to do all the hard work for you guys and then come back and show you once it's cleaned out. And then once the horse have finished eating and it's been a little while, I'm going to go ride. So no birthday celebrations for me today, but you guys are going to make me feel good about myself somehow. Okay, first things first, we're going to get rid of all of this, take it all out. These are like my comp boots and they are disgusting. Wash everything, my cask, and yeah. Okay, they are all cleaned out. 1, that's just got some spare halters in it. 2 and 3. Now I've got just some spare hay nets near the hay locker. I've got all my tack that I need to ride now and just some washing stuff that was just sitting in here. Anyway, and then I've got all this crap here. It's an absolute mess, but like half of it is rubbish, like just spare like feed bags from last show we went away to. Okay, this is my big tub of poultice. I love playing with it. That's kind of gross. I just scooped and filled this almost to the top because I figured it's much easier to take this and I want it to last. I filled it most of the way because I want it to last the 2 weekends. Yeah, now it's all gross. Okay, my hands are all crusty now. Okay, oh god, that was so shaky. Okay, I've got my hairy pony bag in there now. I've got this poultice that's full to the top now, and I've got some recharge at the back because it's so good to give them after they're round. Some hairy pony like detangler and shine spray, which I'll put in Barbie's tail because it looks amazing when she's got that in. Some fly spray, some stress paste in case because they haven't been to a show for ages, so they might be very excited. Okay, there's still lots that I need to pack, but that's pretty much everything that I don't need to use right now. So I'm gonna go ride. Hopefully the horses have finished eating by now, and then yeah. Now there's a few reasons that I'm not staying at the show, and I love stay away shows, don't get me wrong, like I absolutely love going to them. It's so much fun, you know, all the people there are so nice, but there's a few reasons, one of which is because I don't want to steal the stabling from the people that need it. So if you know anything about Festival Showjumping, that's the show we're going to, I probably should have said that. Festival Showjumping, people cut this like the biggest show kind of in Queensland. It's the Caboolture World Cup. And people come up from Victoria, New South Wales, maybe some from WA, I don't know. But it's a pretty big show and there's very limited in the way of stabling. So I, who live an hour away, don't really need the stables. And I think it's a bit kind of rude if I book 2 stables for my 2 horses for the whole duration of the show when it could have gone to someone that needs it, that's traveling up from, you know, Victoria or something, and now they've got nowhere to take their horse, things like that. And there's also people in Queensland who stable their horses because they've got like 7, 8 horses that they need to ride, which is a lot. And obviously it's a lot harder work to day trip when you've got that many horses. The second reason obviously is the cost, but the third reason is also because my horses haven't competed in at least 2 months because of all the rain we've had here. Lots of things. I've been in like another state, been in WA for a while, things like that. So they haven't competed in ages, and I don't think it's fair for them to like stay at the show and make them jump nearly every single day. Like it won't be good on their legs. They're not like show fit. Like they're fit, obviously, ready for the show, but not like consistent in the lead up, doing really well. So I'm only doing 4 days over the whole 2 weekends because I think that's all my horses need. They were the best classes to put them in, things like that. It's all about kind of, you know, what's best for your horse, basically, not about what's best for you. Even though I'd love to camp and have fun, things like that. But anyway. Okay, we're all tucked up with the first horse, Miss Barbie. Where are you going? She just tried to walk off before. Miss Barbie is all tucked up, ready to go. I don't know how enthusiastic she is. Nice. I just got a calendar reminder, happy birthday. I wonder who that's from. Anyway, she looks super at the moment. Apart from the little cut she has on her bum. Let me show you the other side of her. She looks so good. Oh, she looks really skinny in her neck there. But anyway, she looks amazing. She's feeling good. So we'll get on and yeah, have a little ride. She's such a good girl. Of course, I'm wearing my Victor's equestrian. It is not a sunny day, so it is not blinging for you. But of course, this is, if you know me, if you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, you know this is all I ride in. So, good girl. Barbie was super. Thank you. You were very good. What are you looking at? She was very good. I like to, in these like kind of pre-rides, I call them, like before the show, really just work on kind of making sure I've got her between my hand and leg. So like going forward, slowing down, you know, moving side to side, things like that. Doing some flying changes. She learnt them last week and she thinks they're the best thing ever. She does them all the time for me. So good. You're a really good girl. And yeah, she was really good. So she's a little bit sweaty. I'm sweaty too and tired. So I'm gonna give her a little hose down and then, sorry, I'm getting lots of birthday messages. That's why I keep looking over there. Anyway, I'm gonna hose her down and then get on to the next one. And apparently I have to be somewhere in 30 minutes. I don't know, some sort of birthday surprise. So I'm gonna quickly get on the next horse and untuck her. Big girl. Don't look so upset. Why you look so grumpy? She loves her kisses. Don't you? Yeah, you do. You love your kisses. For anyone that thinks chestnut mares are mean, you haven't met this one. Hey, nobody's met you. I love her with my whole heart. She's so cute. Hey. Alright, I need to stop kissing her and get on with it. We are on to horsey number 2. This is Rosie. Hello, darling. So say hi. Good girl. Oh my god, I was dribbled on. Anyway, little fit check for you guys. I'm wearing an unreleased shirt color, so don't come at me. But anyway, I like it, minus the dribble. But yeah, these breeches are stunning. I absolutely love them, as do you all. Anyway, oh, here you go. You can see them sparkle maybe with a little bit of sun that's come out. Maybe? Yeah. See? It only requires like half sun. So yeah, I'm gonna ride Rosie and do the same kind of thing with her. Okay, this is my bag. Oh my gosh, I've never opened this front compartment. Look at it. It's got like everything for like scissors, and then there's like this section. Oh my goodness. Is that like a card holder for like your credit cards? Whoa. Okay, that is so cool. Okay, most of it is packed. I've got, again, I won this with this, a little hairy pony towel because I think it's so cute. Like, it's so little and it's so important, like, to have a towel just in case to dry their face, you know, dry some sweat off them, whatever. I was going to put that in there, but I don't know if it's going to fit. Anyway, I've got all my hairy pony brushes. These are like my show brushes. I call them my show brushes because they look so classy. They're so nice. And I like to keep them clean. Well, that's not really clean. And I only brush my horses after they've had a bath with them. Anyway, I love these brushes. They're so soft. And then I got my scissors. I do desperately need to cut their manes, and a sweat scraper in there as well. And then I've got like my riding gloves. I need to get my new pair that I bought and put that in. I got my spurs in there as well. And then that's pretty much it, I think. Okay, that is all packed. And of course, I can't forget some baling twine in here. And I've got gloves for my like clay poultice that I'll put on after I jump. Hey y'all! Both ponies are washed and in her show bag, looking very cute. And Rosie, yeah, you're ready? You look very cute and very smart. Yeah, what a good girl. Yummy! You want to jump for side? Here you go. Good girl. So my mum was kind enough to spoil me to a little surprise facial, which was so sweet. I absolutely loved it. My skin is glowing after. And then my friends ended up taking me to a little lunch, which was also so sweet. Okay, it is now nighttime. The horses are all washed, all in bed. The truck is packed, and I'll give you a little tour of what I've packed. Okay, so I've still got all my like leather gear to go in because I still have to clean it. It's sitting there. And I want to like clean it and oil it and everything. So I've got my free jump stirrups, my jump boots, some flat work boots because I have to pre-ride Barbie because she gets really fresh at a show and she hasn't been out in a while, and it's just better for her. She jumps a whole lot better if I can get like the fresh inside of her just doing a flat ride. I've got a soundproof bonnet. That reminds me, I've got one more up at the house, a nice one for Barbie. I'll show you that. Some extra lead ropes, my helmet, my grooming box, spurs, flat work whip, dressage whip, one of my breastplates, and then all my bridles and stuff will go in that one. Then I've got my saddle pads. I can never decide, so there's a few there. My risers there too. And then there's like the swell down. My stud kit is under there. The recharge, like fly spray, the detangling spray, spare halters and a lunge rope because you never know, I like to be prepared. And last but not least, some water buckets, again another spare lead rope, like a poo bag, poo rake, a rug, and there's some washing stuff in there as well. And then I just have to fill this up with hay, put shavings in the back of the truck. We're going to take it out now, and then clean all of this stuff. Good morning, guys. It is currently 4:30 a.m. We are up bright and early, and I am just getting in the truck, loading it with some final things, some food and stuff for us, and then I'm gonna go get the horses and we're gonna go. So I've got my fit on. I'll show you later when it's a bit lighter. Smaller, that's all. I'm assuming this is. Hi, darling. So I gave Barbie a little pre-ride this morning because it was the first day of the show and this is her first ever World Cup show. She's only been competing for probably like a year with me, well, in general actually. So this is a big atmosphere for her. You can see she's a little bit looky, she's quite tense, and the reason I do a pre-ride is just to get rid of some of like her nerves, because she doesn't do anything naughty, she just gets so anxious and worried about everything else, and she just kind of stops focusing on what I'm asking of her. So having a pre-ride really make sure I can spend 30 minutes getting her moving off my legs, slowing down when I ask her to, moving sideways, all of that way then I can jump on right before the round and just do that within like 10-15 minutes. That way she's not tired for her jump round. So having that pre-ride early enough in the morning, she got like a 2-hour break before I actually jumped her, and she ends up so much more relaxed, especially in a busy warm-up. She can sometimes be a bit horse shy if she is a bit tense, but I find once I kind of do that pre-ride, she relaxes a whole lot more.
Okay, so this is Barbie's first round. You're only allowed 1 round per day at this horse show. So she was just jumping in the 90 today because she hasn't competed in probably like 2 months. So I didn't want to kind of overface her, especially again considering this is her first World Cup show. There's a lot going on around her and a lot going on with the jumps. There's lots of fill and she can be a little bit spooky. So I came to the first fence. I probably should have done another circle because she ended up kind of drifting out to the right a little bit there. Jumped this one a little bit crooked, but I remembered this time to actually put my leg on and kind of get her out of her little hoppy kind of things that she does when she gets a little bit like fresh and excited. And she actually went around the rest of the round really, really good. She jumped this one absolutely huge because I had a big white gate under it, which apparently she didn't like. The ground was a little bit slippery because it had been on and off raining and she's barefoot. So I was just being very cautious around my turns, not to take anything too tight or too fast because I didn't want to kind of losing her confidence from slipping or anything like that. You can see in this corner here, I should have just kept a little bit more leg because this is what she tends to do sometimes. She's very sensitive in the mouth, very sensitive off the leg, and she just ends up like kind of hopping a little bit on the spot. You can see she slipped a little bit in that corner, lost her balance, so she didn't jump this one as well as I would have liked, and she kind of landed on the wrong lead. And then here she's just a little bit kind of unbalanced. She's not cantering evenly on her hind legs, and she's again only 6 years old, so she's a little bit weak. So I'd like her to just learn to jump straight in her body, and then you'll get a better jump out of her. Now she kind of slipped around that turn on approach to this combination, and it was just a little bit weak on approach in her jump. I probably should have kept a bit more can around the turn, but again I was just being conservative with how kind of wet and slippy it was. So she just had a rail there, but she jumped down this line really, really good. She's getting really good at kind of being a bit more consistent and not doing that hoppy thing. So I was actually really pleased with this round. She felt super rideable the whole time. I don't really care about the rail. She's only young. She's learning. And it was a little bit my mistake.
Good girl, Barbie.
Good girl. Yeah.
Oh, you did so good. Yeah, that's how that did so good.
Oh, this is miserable. What? It's okay. What are you spooking at? There's a dog.
Come on.
Good girl.
You're a very good gal.
Okay, Rosie's round was definitely not what we have been training for at all. She'd been training so good in the lead up to this, but unfortunately for some reason she just had a really, really bad warm-up. I don't know, she was just kind of losing her mind a little bit in the warm-up, like backing up and like racing at the fences. So I just kept my cool and I was like, okay, I'm just going to go in the ring and we're just going to try and get around without kind of fighting too much. You can see she kind of ignored my half halt like at the first like on landing from the first fence there, and so we ended up kind of getting really close to that second fence. But after that she was jumping pretty good. You can see she's just so like wanting to just kind of grab the bit and run, and I don't have a martingale on her because she doesn't tend to like being held back like that. Like when she runs into the martingale, when she puts her head up, she just stops at the fence. So for her, I like to kind of let her have her head a little bit. And honestly, like she was very, very strong, and I was actually pleased to get around as well as we did here. But unfortunately this fence was really good, and I was like, wow, we're actually going really well. And I come into this next fence and I see a waiting stride probably like about now. Like I'm like, okay, let's wait a little bit, and she's ignoring my waiting, and I'm like, well, there's no room to take one stride out here. So I end up like pulling a little bit more, and she ends up going, oh shoot, you're actually pulling on me. And then she just stops at the fence, and I was like, okay then. So we come back around and jump it again off a little bit more of a forward stride. But I don't know whether having a little like walk break actually was kind of good for her to just take a breath. She was just very stressy the whole round, which is not like her at all. And honestly, I felt kind of sick in the stomach after this, thinking, oh my God, we've got to jump around the Magic Millions Qualifier tomorrow. Like, if you're going around like this today, what's tomorrow going to be like? This is just going to be awful. Anyway, so it was wet, it was slippy. She had back studs in, but she did finish the round pretty okay. She just had this last rail down. You can see it's only just on the edge of the cups, and she kind of just hung one front leg, but otherwise I was kind of happy.
Good morning. You're all ready to go? Yeah? Oh, you'll be a grumpy butt. All ready? Got your travel boots on. Rosie's all muddy. Lucky that's just your top rug. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Hi. Hi. You're Barbie. I know. They just move the truck and then we go. Okay. Truck is already unpacked. I actually brought rain sheets this time.
So after such a disappointing first day with Rosie, I was like, you know what, I'm going to pre-ride her, give her plenty of time to relax and just say like, hey, it's okay, we don't need to panic when I touch you in the mouth, we don't need to panic when I touch your leg, touch you with my leg. And so that was early in the morning, and then we came back out at like 9 a.m. and jumped the first round of the Magic Millions Qualifier, which I was so nervous for because last year I totally butchered the first round and we ended up kind of similar thing as to what happened yesterday, the first day here. And it just ended up really, really bad, and I was kicking myself that we didn't make it because we very easily could have. So I was really nervous for this, but thankfully she actually warmed up beautifully and she felt so good. It was so nice to have my usual Rosie back. So that kind of took a bit of like the nervousness out for me, because I was like, okay, I've got my normal Rosie back. I know we can do this when she's like this. I know she's rideable. She's going to go forward off my leg. She's going to like, and she was trying so hard in the warm up. So I kind of knew I could just let her do her thing a little bit here without, and I didn't want to get in her way. Like I'm probably like, I got a very forward stride to this one here. I took a stride out of the line, but I thought I'm not going to strangle her into the fences because she's jumping really, really good. So I was actually really pleased with that. That line we did take a stride out of, and we came in a little bit fast this double, but I just stayed tall, patient, and she jumped it really, really good. This is a 1.5 meter this first round too, by the way. Yesterday she jumped in the meter. And this last line, I came in, it's a 6 stride, but it's downhill, and I came in really forward, and I was like, you know what, let's just do 5, because again, she's jumping so good. And I was so, so happy. There were a few happy tears after this round because, especially after yesterday, she felt so, so bloody good. So we waited around. I actually took her back to the back to the truck in the, like, while we were waiting, because there was still like 20 riders to go. And there were 15 clear rounds, which is a lot for this class. Like last year, there were 2 clear rounds. So 15 clears was a lot, and they take the top 10. So I came into this meter 15 jump off, again, a bit nervous, but I knew I had my normal Rosie back. She was definitely a bit more tired for this round. Again, I saw a long one to the first, and I was like, let's just go for it. I took a stride out to the second, and then we did kind of a tightish rollback, but again, I was considerate that she's only ever done 115, and we didn't even make it around the whole course. So that line, I also didn't take a stride out this time because it was definitely too long and flat last time. But I didn't take any inside turns. I just wanted to go clear. That was the goal for me. Because for me to go clear at this height is like a huge, huge deal. I wasn't going for time whatsoever. And coming down this last line, I was like, I know I can't do the 5 again. So I sat up and did the proper 6 strides that it was. And she actually jumped clear. And I, again, so many happy tears. I was so, so happy.
Do you want to be in it? Say hi.
Howdy.
Are you proud of me?
I'm very proud of you. I'm always proud.
And so we actually finished in 5th place in a very competitive group. Now, there were only, like I said, there were 15 that made the jump off and 10 people went clear, and they only take the top 10. So for me, double clear. So for me to place 5th out of 10 clears and out of 40 people was just so, so amazing. And she was the only grey and also the smallest horse. She just has the biggest heart. I absolutely love this horse to death. So this means that we will be at Magic Millions in 2026 in January. So if you guys live near there, I would love for you to come and watch us and support us. But of course, I had to take care of her legs because that is the most important thing always. My dad was giving her some water. You want to say hi? Hey! What do you got? Oh, that's how it looks like. No one's gonna notice. Yum. Look at that. That's yummy.
Here come the open.
And then adult 2 faults in the second round. She got 8.
Okay, next I had Barbie's 90 centimeter round. Now, this was at 3 p.m. That afternoon, and obviously I pre-rode her in the morning, but she'd been standing at the truck all day long, so she was definitely a bit kind of fresher than I would have liked, but nothing too crazy. Now, this first fence, I don't even know what she did. According to her, I was waiting a bit too much, and she jumped with her head in the air. It was so weird. She knocked me in the head, and it kind of hurt. I still have a headache, but anyway, after this, we kind of got our ducks in a row for the second fence, and then my reins got caught on my breastplate, so she kind of freaked out a little bit here and just took off a bit. But we got ourselves back together, and the rest of the round was really good. Like I said, she was definitely a bit more fresh than the day before, but still like nice and rideable, which is really what we're working towards in the ring. And she actually jumped a really lovely clear round this day, so I was really, really happy with her. And really, we're just kind of working on just keeping the consistent rhythm the whole way around for her. She's going to jump big no matter what, so I need to just be careful that I don't kind of chase her into fences, especially if they're spooky, things like that. So there's a lot that I'm working on. There's a lot to work on with her, but she's come so far. And one particular thing with her is, as I said, she's got a really sensitive mouth. So if I pull too much, according to her, this is what she does. She like hops on the spot. So then we lost the distance because I didn't quite keep enough leg as I should have. Unfortunately, my phone ran out of storage, so the video actually cuts off just before this jump. But she jumped clear, and she was really, really good.
Okay. That's your next thing, so.
Wow. Hello. What are you doing? It's raining. Have you had your dinner?
It is currently 10 p.m. I've just finished dinner and everything. I'm in bed, and I realised my phone ran out of storage today after my last round, hence why it was cut off. But that means I didn't actually film an outro video because we were rushing to get home for dinner, and then my phone had no storage before that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed part 1. I think this is part 1. I don't know what I'll do. Of Festival Show Jumping. We have a very exciting weekend next weekend. Barbie is stepping up some heights, which will be very exciting for her. But yeah, thanks for watching.